welcome in. Today we are going to do the RSC reverse single crochet stitch, and we are working with 2 strands of yarn held together like the Perfectly Imperfect Bucket Hat pattern. So if you do not have that pattern, I will have it linked in my description. Alright, so let's get started. We just finished our second to last row, which is a row of single crochets, and now we're going to finish it. We're going to slip stitch into our last stitch. Let's take out our stitch marker, and I'm actually going to move the stitch marker 1 over because that's going to be where we put our last reverse single crochet. So from here we're going to chain 1, and remember chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and then we're going to work backwards. So we're going to work in reverse instead of the normal way forward. In the stitch we just made, it might be a little tight, but we're going to insert our hook into that stitch from the front, and then when we do that we're going to hold the loop on the hook and keep it nice and secure. So we're gonna put it in there, grab your yarn, pull it through. Now we have the 2 loops, 1, 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and there's our first reverse single crochet. So then we're going to do it in our next stitch here. Insert, grab your yarn, pull it through while you're holding the loop, yarn over, and if you pinching right here helps, pull through 2. It's really important when we do this to make sure we are keeping our tension tight and consistent, because if we don't, we get loose stitches like this. So make sure you have your thumb holding your loop so it doesn't get loose or too tight. Grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. And keeping our tension tight, I'm usually pretty loose with my tension, so I personally keep it pretty tight when I'm doing this, because we want each stitch to look exactly the same and do a nice consistency. And if you can see here, now we already have, see the little bump it makes on there? It makes such a nice finished edge. It's literally perfect on hats. I absolutely love this stitch so much for hats. And then we're going to go ahead and do the reverse single crochet all the way around till we get to the end, and I will meet you there and show you how we fasten off. So we're almost to the end. I have 2 stitches left. I'll go ahead and do those with you real quick. So there's 1, and I'm going to take this out to do the last one because it's kind of in the way. So there's a few ways you can do this. I personally like to do it this way. I feel like it makes it look more seamless and you can hide it easier. I like to flip the hat completely. So now we are working on the right side technically. And then this space right here where we started our reverse single crochet, I like to go in, grab the yarn, and make a slip stitch, and then we're going to flip it back over, and we're going to grab the yarn, pull it through to fasten off. This is the only tail in our entire pattern that we do not leave loose and hanging, so that we can clean this up. And this is how I like to do it. So make sure you have your needle, thread your yarn through your needle, and we're gonna go through the front. Let's see, I'm gonna start right here in our bigger hole. And then I kind of just make like a faux reverse single crochet stitch. See that? Wrap it around a few times. Let's do this one again. I'm going to do one more time here. There we go. and do it, come back around, and we'll go into here. That looks good. Just wherever looks good. For me, that's what looks the best. And that makes it almost completely seamless. You can't even tell where it starts. I mean, you can kind of tell, but not really. And then in the back, and then just do the worst part when any crochet pattern, the weaving in, the part that everybody hates. Cut it. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. I hope this helped. If you have any more questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. I don't mind making more content about this. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. Bye.